From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Dramatic details about the shootout with law enforcement were part of the testimony in the trial of the man accused in the killing of a Broadwater sheriff's deputy. I'll tell you about it coming up.
I'm Mike Dennison in Helena. The huge federal infrastructure bill negotiated by Senator Jon Tester may be up for a final vote soon.
Happy Friday, Southwest Montana, 6:30. Chet Lehman Manella with you here. A beautiful morning on the horizon, though when you head outside, it's definitely hoodie season.
I had to dig out my my company coat from the back. I keep it in the back of my car. I know where it's at.
Yep.
But I had to dig it out this morning.
I put the rain shell one on and it was chilly.
Yeah, it is chilly.
Yeah.
And we talked about it yesterday, that there was a possibility you need to cover those plants. I'm glad I did. I hope you did. A lot of areas right at that freezing mark or slightly below, so there may be a little frost out there. It's not heavy, it's not strong, but definitely it is cool. Beautiful morning watching that sun head over the horizon here. Our temperature into the 70s this afternoon, but beware. It is going to be extremely windy as you go into the afternoon. We've got high wind watches out, red flag warnings, a lot to talk about. You won't want to miss it. That's coming up in just a little over 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:31, our top story this half hour, the trial of Lloyd Barris, who is accused of helping his son shoot and kill a Broadwater County Sheriff's deputy, nearing the end of its first week of testimony. Our John Amy reports on day 6 from the courthouse in Butte.
The police officer who tackled Lloyd Barris and restrained him right after a shootout with law enforcement the morning of May 16, 2017, testified in court that Barris made a strange comment to him.
Shortly after handcuffing, he made a remark of, we're evil militia.
Law enforcement gave detailed testimony about a shootout with Lloyd Barris and his son Marshall on Interstate 90 just east of Clinton that ended with Lloyd being captured and Marshall being shot and eventually dying from his wounds. Sergeant Deek said after he took him into custody at the scene, Lloyd Barris calmly told police he was captured and to hang him.
His demeanor, an overall calmness, to me that was not fully what I expected. I would expect him to be more angry or vocal. Instead, he was rather calm.
Barris is accused of aiding his son Marshall earlier that morning in the shooting death of Broadwater County Sheriff's Deputy Mason Moore on Highway 287 near Three Forks, before leading police on a high-speed pursuit. Other officers testified they felt Lloyd and Marshall were trying to kill them during the shootout.
Did you have any sense of where that muzzle flash or where that gunfire was directed?
It was directed towards our position.
And how can you tell that?
Because of the muzzle flash.
Can you explain more, please?
The muzzle flash was rounded as if we were directly out in front.
McHugh also testified he and other officers gave first aid to Marshall after exchanging gunfire with him. He was asked why he tried to save Marshall's life.
My job was to stop the threat, not to take someone's life.
In other headlines this morning, U.S. Senator Jon Tester was in Helena yesterday, along with local officials, talking about the importance of the massive federal infrastructure bill he helped negotiate and get passed by the Senate. Now it's getting close to the finish line and actual passage by Congress. TN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison has more.
U.S. Senator Jon Tester was in Helena Thursday, along with local officials, talking about the importance of the massive federal infrastructure bill he helped negotiate and get passed by the Senate. But now they say it could be getting close to the finish line and actual passage by Congress. Senator Tester was one of 10 senators from both parties who negotiated the $1 trillion bill, which passed the Senate in mid-August. But it still needs to pass the House, and Tester said Thursday a final vote there could be happening soon.
There is an agreement to get this bill done by the 27th of September. We're coming up on that, so I'm calling on Speaker Pelosi to get this law passed, get this legislation passed as soon as possible so it can be signed into law.
Helena City Commissioner Heather O'Loughlin says her city has identified $20 million in needed upgrades for its aging water system and major street projects, but says without this bill, the money won't be there.
As our community grows, we need to get in front of improving streets, water, and sewer systems. And Helena is poised and ready to utilize infrastructure dollars in this package to improve critical systems.
The bill also includes at least $100 million to improve high-speed internet access for Montana, and probably a lot more. Jeff Weiss of the Montana Telecommunications Association says Montana is one of the worst states in the nation for internet access, and that this bill would add on to the $275 million the state is getting from the American Rescue Plan, passed by congressional Democrats in March.
The bipartisan infrastructure bill is taking that 1, 2, 3, 10 steps further with the largest infusion of money for broadband infrastructure in my lifetime and probably in all of our lifetimes, and may be a once-in-a-generation opportunity to close the digital divide.
Yet this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity won't happen unless the House acts. If that happens, Senator Tester says President Biden is poised and ready to sign the bill into law. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Mike also tells us Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale, a Republican, hasn't said yet how he plans to vote on that infrastructure bill. In other headlines, Rhode Island woman recovering after Yellowstone National Park officials say she suffered second and third degree burns at Old Faithful. Officials say the 19-year-old park concession employee received initial treatment from rangers after getting burned on 5% of her body. Woman was taken by ambulance to West Yellowstone, then life-flighted to the burn center at East Idaho Regional Medical Center. Park is not saying how the woman was burned, but a spokeswoman warns park visitors that it is important to stay on boardwalks. She says that's because the ground in thermal areas is thin with scalding water just below the surface. That incident, by the way, is still under investigation. 6:36 now. 1/4 of schools nationwide don't have a school nurse assigned to them. Dan Grossman found some districts are beginning to turn to hiring agencies to help find school nurses amid a shortage.
When talking about triumphs that have come for those tasked with keeping our kids safe from COVID,
I wish I could say there was a lot.
the triumphs have been few and far between.
A lot of it became exhaustion, pure exhaustion of the level of work.
Julie Wilkin works as the Director of Health Services for Jeffco Public Schools in Colorado, a district that has lost more than 30% of its nurse working force in only the last 4 months.
They're not only adding on the work of COVID, but now they're adding on additional schools and additional work on top of it.
The district serves 80,000 kids and 50,000 employees across 143 schools. It has 73 nurses.
My family life took a hit. You know, I wasn't home.
Ones like Monica Wood to handle them all.
We were working late nights. We were working weekends. I mean, some of us were putting in 60, 70 hours plus a week.
The problem is nationwide. The National Association of School Nurses says only 40% of schools in the country have a full-time registered nurse on staff. 35% have a part-time registered nurse, and the remaining 25% don't have one at all.
I was going to be a mentor this year for a new nurse, and I was assigned. We met once, and then she, it wasn't for her, so she moved on to something else. We lose a lot of knowledge in the schools when we have turnover, and that knowledge is it's so important.
To handle the issues, districts have started using hiring agencies to fill the gaps, but those have brought issues of their own. The nurses may not have worked in a school before or are brand new to the profession, and they cost a lot more. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows school nurses on average make nearly $20,000 less than their counterparts in hospitals each year, but the agencies charge what those in hospitals make. With districts already on tight budgets as they've adjusted to COVID, it can be hard to find the money.
I take that very personally and very professionally, that I want to keep our schools open.
With fewer people applying to become full-time registered nurses in schools, the solution has been hard to grasp in this profession built on compassion and care.
You know, as I've been a year and a half into this, the schools are important and they need nurses.
I'm Dan Grossman.
That is so true. 6:39, time for a break here. There's a big new market in fake vaccination cards, just where those cards are coming from and how much they cost, coming up. But first, let's check in with our friends at CBS Mornings.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS Mornings, Pfizer asked for approval to distribute booster shots of its COVID-19 vaccine. We'll talk to Dr. Ashish Jha about the potential rollout and what it means for the fight against the Delta variant. Plus, in a CBS Mornings exclusive, Gail talks with Lady Gaga's dog walker, that's Ryan Fisher. It's his first interview since he was shot in the violent theft of the singer's dogs. And actor Ben Platt will be here to talk about revisiting his Tony Award-winning character, Evan Hansen, on the big screen. All that and more at 7.
The stage is set and a live audience is back for the Primetime Emmy Awards here in Los Angeles. I'm Anthony Pura with the shows and stars to keep an eye on during television's biggest night.